Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make this easy and delicious cranberry walnut rosemary bread. It's perfect for the holidays and your family is going to love it. The first thing we're going to do is just take some walnuts and toast them in a pan for about 5 minutes. Now you're going to need some all-purpose flour, the nuts, some cranberries, which are dried, some yeast, some salt, some fresh rosemary, and honey. You're also going to need some warm water. And I'll have the exact measurements in the description box. So the first thing you're going to do is pour your honey into the warm water. And then you're just going to take a fork and stir it all up until it's all dissolved into the water. And it will look like this. Now go ahead and take a large bowl and add in your flour and your yeast, your chopped fresh rosemary, your salt, your chopped toasted walnuts, your dried cranberries, and just give that a stir. Once that's all combined, it'll look like that. And you're gonna add in your honey water mixture. Now, as you can see, I did not add quite all of the water because sometimes you're not gonna need all of it. So just stir it up, and what we are going to look for is a nice wet dough. We want it to be pretty wet, and I'll show you the consistency that we're looking for. See, it's going to be nice and sticky. Now, if I would have added that other small amount of liquid, it would have been too wet. So always save a little bit, and you can always add more, but we don't want to make it too much of a wet dough. See, I'm just showing you what it should look like. Super easy, and the best part, we do not have to knead it. So all we're going to do is just leave it in that bowl. We're going to cover it with some plastic wrap as well as a towel, and we are going to leave it just sit on the counter for 12 to 18 hours. Now when it's done, it's going to be nice and bubbly, and it's going to have risen, and then all we're going to do is place it on with some flour on a parchment lined sheet. And I just added a little bit more flour to it. And we're just gonna kind of add that flour just to make it so it's not sticky. And then we're just gonna form that into a round shape. Now you can also make these into a baguette shape, or you could also make them into little smaller dinner roll sizes. It's completely up to you which shape that you wanna make them in. So I'm just adding a little bit more flour underneath there and a little bit more on the top. Super easy. And now what we're going to do is preheat our oven to 425 degrees, and we are going to put in a cast iron Dutch oven, and we are just going to leave this sit out on the counter for 45 minutes. Now it's risen a little bit more, and we're placing it in our hot cast iron that's been sitting in the oven. And now what we're going to do is top this with the lid, which is of course going to be very hot, so use a pot holder, and we're going to bake this for 30 minutes at 425. And this is what it looks like when it comes out. It's not done yet. It looks like it, but it's not. Now take off the lid, and we're going to cook it for another 15 minutes. And this is what it looks like, nice and brown. The crust is nice and crispy. Now you can also know it's done if you put a thermometer in there, and it reads about, it should be 195 to 200 degrees, which it was. So we know it's nice and cooked inside. Now I just want to show you the bottom, nice and crispy. Now, whenever you're making fresh bread, I know it's hard not to cut into it, but you want to wait at least 30 minutes before you cut into it. So I'm going to show you what the inside looks like. It slices so beautifully. And once it fully cools, you can cut it very thin too. See how beautiful the crumb is? It's so delicious, you guys. It's chewy. The crust on the outside is very crisp. It makes delicious sandwiches. You can spread it with cream cheese. You can toast it with butter. It's so good. I hope you guys are gonna give this a try. You're really gonna enjoy it. You can, perfect for your Christmas holiday or any time of year. Thanks so much for watching, and we will see you guys on the next episode. Bye, everybody.